Hi, my name is Thomas Südhof, and I'm a member of the Secretary General's Scientific Advisory Board. I would like to thank His Excellency Mr. Gafoor of Singapore and Her Excellency Ms. Joyny of South Africa for hosting this panel discussion and reception on the impact of misinformation and disinformation on science. I believe we face a crisis in science, the validation and publication crisis that leads to misinformation and disinformation. The claim of a reproducibility crisis is in itself misinformation and disinformation. Possibly powerful commercial and political forces are opposed to recent fundamental scientific insights, such as global warming as a largely human-made process. How did we get here? How did scientific misinformation and disinformation happen? In previous times, before the digital age, scientific validation was tied to the publication of results that involved trusted peer review. This process was slow, cumbersome, and involved a small number of experts. The digitization of every aspect of our existence over the last 2 decades completely disrupted the process of scientific validation. It changed the publication system. Although scientific results are still published in journals as before and are supposedly peer-reviewed, much of what is published is not really peer-reviewed. The demand for open access to scientific results led to a new process whereby authors pay to have their peer-reviewed research published, resulting in vast numbers of journals, thousands, where one can publish almost anything for a fee. These papers are then publicized on social media, allowing thought leaders to pick any result they like. This is destroying public trust in science and creating misinformation and disinformation. The situation with scientific information resembles that of general news. We as a public no longer often know what is actually true and what isn't. How can we address this issue? The simplest approach would be to require a kind of consumer protection regulation for scientists and also for the public, catalyzing the establishments of minimal standards for peer review, such as publication of peer reviews themselves and validation of the expertise of the reviewers is an international necessity. Current AI algorithms assess the literature comprehensively, but don't distinguish between actual science and fake peer-reviewed reports. However, it might be possible to train AI algorithms to assess papers for minimal standards and to include independent confirmation of results as a criterion. It is not AI itself that is important. It is how AI is applied that matters. We as scientists have to find ways to deal with the misinformation and disinformation that has emerged from the current publication system. Thank you.